I lived in Kenya. I was appointed the vice president of Citibank.
Most of us have seen you when you're this big giant, who has conquered and shattered glass ceilings. How did you even envision that you can be the first, woman president of the continent?
In a way, I had a long journey to reach that far. Aside from taking positions as an activist, I was part of the young activists in the society. The first time I participated in election was 1985. I ended up in jail because that election that was held was fraudulent, and I took a position with my party that would not respect it, even though I was elected senator.
She's Africa's first democratically elected female president, a Nobel Prize winner, and a mother of 4 amazing boys. She's also the 24th president of the Republic of Liberia. Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is our guest today on Globe Traction. From leading crucial international development projects to advocating for sustainable practices, Henrietta Geiger, the EU ambassador to Kenya, has a story that goes beyond her diplomatic portfolio. Tonight, we dive into the world of a woman who balances high-tech diplomacy with a vibrant personal life.
How different is the EU-Kenya agreement?
It's as any other agreement. Yeah. If you don't implement it, it stays paper. It is an opportunity, an immense opportunity for Kenya, and it's up to us to make it work. We are building a strategic partnership with Kenya now. So I think the relations between the EU and Kenya have never been better. So we came from a history of doing mainly development here in Kenya. Yeah. But Kenya has moved on, and we have moved on, and we now have a very broad partnership of equals. And Kenya is doing more and more, both in the region and internationally.
This is a profession that it was a very mindful entry into the diplomatic profession. I wanted to do this. By God's grace, I am doing it. My primary role is to represent my country and its interests in Kenya. And the biggest chunk of that is really how do we progress on the partnership between India and Kenya. When it comes to global issues, Kenya and India have a lot of similarities in perspective and in also the challenges we face.
How do you spend your free time?
Because I don't have as much free time as I would like.
Correct, yeah.
I try to spend it as much as I can with my children and my family.
Congratulations for seeing the 76th Republic Day.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So what does this day particularly symbolize, and what is the relevance to the community and the rest of the Indians?
This is a very, very important day for us, Persil. As you know, India actually got its independence in 1947. And after that, for about 3 years, very eminent Indians and founding leaders of the country got together and drafted a constitution. That constitution took life on this day, today, that we are celebrating. It entered into force. It's the longest written constitution in the world. And India's constitution has endured and, in fact, guided our journey over nearly 8 decades as an independent modern republic. We turned into a sovereign, modern democratic republic as a result of the adoption and enactment of this constitution.
She's the first female British High Commissioner to Kenya. She has worked in most of the hostile countries, including Yemen, Iraq, and Afghanistan. But Jen Marriott says what keeps her going is her passion.
I think probably it was just sort of youthful idealism. So for every job, I've always wanted to do 3 things. 1, make a difference, positive difference in whatever I'm doing. I want to find the work interesting because I'm privileged enough to be able to look for interesting jobs, not just jobs that put food on the table. And thirdly, something that's fun because, life is short.
Today on Globe Traction, I hung out with this Doncaster-born Yorkshire girl.
There is a lot of corruption here in Kenya. Some of it's seen as corruption, some of it's just seen as the way in which you get business done. We were trying to get projects done with the government, but sort of hitting just kind of bureaucratic inertia and things like that. And I remember kind of thinking, oh goodness, this is unnecessarily hard work here, and there are a lot of challenges with Kenya. And then we had one of our regional heads of mission meetings, so where all the ambassadors and high commissioners from East and Central Africa come together, and we met here. And I just sat and I listened to my colleagues talk about their countries.
Is it the same?
And at the end of it, I'm like, wow, yes, Kenya does have problems, but it is the best country in the region by a mile.
I missed this great country for the period I was in Germany. Going to Germany for me and knowing their impact on development, their impact on social development, on economics, I knew that this would be a good opportunity to expand the opportunities for Kenyan business.
What would you say are the challenges that you would say
The biggest is family. The biggest is family. You cannot go to diplomacy and be a half-baked European, half-baked Asian. You have to be a fully baked African. And you carry yourselves like that.
You have a whole wealth of experience being in those circles. So give upcoming diplomats, some advice, as well as, your successors.
Well, I'll tell you advice. One, be the best. Study juicy. If it is the politics of the Nile River, if it is the principles that drive self-determination, if it be the best. And education is continuous, so continue.
Today on the show, I sit down with Sebastian Groth, the Germany ambassador to Kenya, who is not just a diplomat. We speak about so much, in terms of green finance to skilled labor migrations to his country, where you obviously know that they have lots of elderly population, and also a bit about his fun moments as he enjoys playing piano. How do you find your experience so far?
Oh, still very amazing, I have to say. I discover new things almost every day.
Yeah.
I learn a lot about the region, about the country, about the people, about the culture, about the history and the politics. So I really can say that I still enjoy every day.
What do you love about this country so much?
Oh, there are so many things. As I said, first of all, the people, the friendliness, the kindness, the open-mindedness, the genuine interest also in everything. I also like the nature very much, both the coast but also upcountry, the mountain, and the villages, the parks. I like the food also. I mean, just the basic quality of things, of vegetables, of meat, of the fruits is just amazing. You don't have to do a lot with it. You just eat it like this, and it tastes.
Do you have a favorite dish right now, Kenyan?
I really love seafood. I know that Kenyans say that's not Kenyan in a way, but I think, of course, the coast is an important part of Kenya. And whenever I go there, I eat a lot of it. I also like fish in general, so also the Lake Victoria, as the Lewis say, the reg, with the.
You already know reg.
Yes, I tasted it in a restaurant called Mama Oliech in Dagoretti Corner.
Oh gosh, then you are not new
but
anymore.
I was a bit harassed on Twitter because I put a photo where I eat the reg with a fork.
No,
and
you
people
eat
say
with your hands.
Never eat it with a fork.
Yeah.
With her extensive experience and expertise in international relations, she has played a pivotal role in strengthening the bilateral ties between Kenya and Ethiopia. Ambassador Kamau has a remarkable track record in the field of diplomacy. Her educational background includes a degree in international relations, which has provided her with a solid foundation for her career. She has held various positions within the Kenyan Ministry of Foreign Affairs, showcasing her dedication and commitment to serving her country.
I enjoy the cuisine and I enjoy the coffee very much.
What would your opinion of Ethiopian history be like? I mean, besides what you, of course, studied in history.
Well, the history of Ethiopia is something that we learn in our country, as you know, in our history. It has a very interesting and unique history of resistance to domination and colonialism. And that sets Ethiopia apart from other African nations. And this is something that is celebrated here a lot during the different national events and holidays. And also it's a very, it's a country on the go. They've got a lot of development projects going on. They were one of the high economic growth countries in the last decade or so, actually before COVID, recording a lot of development because of infrastructure, investments in infrastructure.
I started my journey in Africa, in what was then Swaziland, today Eswatini. We live in paradise. I know that many many Kenyans will disagree, but think about it. You pick up the mango, the avocado. I'm thinking about the babies in the cradle that were shot, burnt, decapitated. It goes beyond me.
Why can't we put a stop to this? When is it gonna come to a stop?
People these days in Israel recall the Holocaust. The magnitude, of course, was different. But you know what? And some of the pictures, when you see a 4-year-old boy being carried hopeless and then shot, reminds us Jews, and should remind everybody in the world the same thing. But the thing in the Holocaust was that the German Nazis were not looking for an excuse. There was nothing that a Jew could have done. It was not about him changing his faith, dressing differently, leaving Germany or leaving the Netherlands or wherever. It was about his very existence. And this is the issue. So with the Palestinian Authority, we can argue, we fought about political issues. But with someone that says, I want you dead, and look, I'm coming and this is what I'm doing, there's nothing that you can talk about, negotiate about.
In the heart of Nairobi, where diverse cultures converge, we find an extraordinary diplomat whose journey has spanned decades of struggle, negotiation, and nation building. Meet Mninwa Johannes Mahlangu, the South African High Commissioner to Kenya, a man whose life story is interwoven with the tapestry of his country's history. Born on the 8th of October 1952, Mninwa Mahlangu emerged as a pivotal figure during the turbulent days of apartheid. In the face of adversity, he took on numerous roles that would shape the future of his nation.
For how long have you been Commissioner of South Africa to Kenya?
I arrived here February 2021. Yes, this is my third year.
Third year. How are you finding Kenya?
Kenya is a wonderful country. I like it very much, particularly the places that I've been. Two things that have captured me. Nairobi is one of the most beautiful cities on the continent. It's one of those cities, yes. Excellent. And look at the greenery all over the year, whether it's summer, winter, it's just like the same. But another thing that captured me very perfectly is the humbleness of the people in Kenya. All over where I go, you find the people are very humble.
Many thanks for watching Globe Traction, and hope to catch up with you again next Saturday at 8:30 p.m. Kenyan time. And if you have a story you'd like to share with us, please don't hesitate. Write to us or DM us on our social media platforms at Globe Traction, at Persil Telewa on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube for more of behind the scenes. But until then, I hope to catch up with you again soon. Bye-bye for now.